Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So let's review our portfolios and then we'll dive into the market. So today our public portfolio is trading around saying 45,783. So we lost today 0.10%. So which is not a huge dip, but I would say the market is kind of mixed up. So it's whether the investors want to buy more of they don't have any idea whether they want to buy more or whether they want to sell more because we are expecting a news on Wednesday from Fed. So whether they're going to cut interest rates or not. If they're going to cut interest rates, that's going to be good news for me because I hold some real estate stocks, which is going to be added advantage for them. And if not, let's see how the market goes until Wednesday. So the market will have some mixed signals. So I won't suggest to buy any stocks, but I will keep my stocks under watch list. So I'll keep watch them. If they are dipping, I'm gonna buy them. So right now there are four stocks that I have in my pipeline that I'm gonna share with you right now. But let's continue reviewing our portfolio and then we'll dive into the market. So as you can see, this one is same as 45,000 and close to 46,000. Let's review the our retirement portfolio, which is now which we lost somewhere around 45,000, which we have less than like which we lost today 0.56% today. So which is not a bad deal. So still we are hoping some more good run on for the long term. So until now, so we don't need to worry about that public portfolio. So as you can see, there are the couple of stocks which are in dip right now. So today, if you see, the L stock is down today, and also Nike stock is down today. So the total gains was 3,002. Total gains was 3.2%. So I bought at 61. So I don't want to worry about Nike. So I was expecting this stock to raise to 70. So by end of this month. So hopefully, let's see how it goes. MicroStrategy. I have some news about MicroStrategy. So if you see the total gain that let's see the total gain of MicroStrategy. Sorry. So the total gain of MicroStrategy was down to 0.65%. So there is some news in for MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy bought crypto almost 10,000 Bitcoins. So they are very bullish on this. So right now, MicroStrategy is currently in a very good discount price because MicroStrategy hold a lot of Bitcoins in their portfolio. If you want to buy Bitcoin instead of buying Bitcoin, if I would buy MicroStrategy because it's coming with a very discount. If Bitcoin is going up, MicroStrategy will go skyrocket. So that is the reason I'm buying MicroStrategy, and I'm gonna keep buying this MicroStrategy. So I'm gonna wait for end of this week and see how the market will flow regarding MicroStrategy. Then based on that, I'll try to add some more. So this is a pretty good news for me because they bought literally 10,000 Bitcoin. So he knows something that we don't know. Oh, that means as his point of view, he's thinking that Bitcoin will reach $1 million a coin. So if it's going to reach $1 million a coin, literally he had like a uh, billion dollar worth of coins. So that's why I'm very bullish on this company. So let's dive into the other news. So we also had a news on Netflix, much Warren Bros. So the deal didn't went through. So Paramount also placed a bid. So hopefully we'll hear some good news by end of this week. But we haven't had any good news about who bought Warren Bros. Yet. So it went to at present day, so he's going to decide whether how much market is Netflix have and how much market the Paramount have. What will happen if Netflix bought What will happen if Netflix bought Warren Bros? So then is it going to be a monopoly or is it going to be a duopoly with Paramount? So how things going to work? So they're gonna do some research and based on that he will approve the bid. So until now it's on hold right now. So nothing happened on that. So let's come back to our AMD and Nvidia. If you see this market, so AMD literally beat Nvidia on 6 months run. So in 6 months run, AMD almost got 85% return, but whereas Nvidia got only 30% return. And if why I'm very bullish on AMD, because AMD already had a huge growth. It's already at $4 trillion market cap. So it's 4 to 5 trillion in between, right? So the overall market for semiconductors was $9 trillion. Nvidia is not gonna capture $9 trillion market by itself. Right now, Google had some great chip on their portfolio. So that means Google is going to grab some market. At the same time, Amazon have some great chip on their market. Amazon is going to grab some of the market, and Apple had a great chip on their portfolio. Apple is going to use their own chip. They're not going to buy NVIDIA GPUs, and neither Amazon, neither Google. These three companies in Magnificent Seven is not going to buy NVIDIA chips, so neither AMD chips. But the thing is, they are working with AMD to create their own chip. At the same time, there are other players who want to buy a cheap chips. For example, if you are a startup company and you had a budget to buy some GPUs, so you have two choice, whether you buy NVIDIA or either you choose AMD. So if you choose AMD, you can buy more chips and you can get the same performance, but you have more chips and you can diversify it. But if you buy NVIDIA, it will be very expensive and you only get one or two chips compared to AMD. At the same time, these chips are going to depreciate within 3 years. It's going to lose 40 to 50% of its value within 3 years. So that means, so there are a lot of depreciation in this. So people want to invest in, if you're going to buy a car, you want to just to get to a destination from A to B, and you want a reliable car. So you buy Toyota Corolla or Toyota Camry, right? You're not going to buy BMW. So NVIDIA is like a BMW right now. AMD is like Toyota Corolla right now. So that's why I drive Toyota. I love Toyota. So that's why I want to invest in Toyota. So right now in semiconductors, AMD is Toyota, NVIDIA is BMW. So it is a premium vehicle, but I don't want, I can't afford premium vehicle. So instead of that, I want to buy Corolla or Camry, or I can add more cameras so that will give you more value to my company. So that's why I will invest in AMD, not NVIDIA. So think in this way, right? This is an example. So a lot of companies going to choose AMD over Nvidia. So that's the reason I'm very bullish. If you see 6 months chart, AMD already beat Nvidia. I'm holding like 12% of my portfolio into AMD, and I already got like an 80 to 90% returns on this. So I can sit and relax, and I'm hoping it's going to double my money. I'm going to add some more AMD stocks, but I was just waiting to dip more. So I was thinking to buy AMD stock around 170 to 180, but right now it's trading around 220. So I was thinking to see if it's not going to go get down to 180. I'm happy to buy to at 222. But I'm just waiting and I was just holding my horses. Let's see how market dictates based on the Fed news. So that's what I have for semiconductors. When it's come to apparels, so I have Nike and Lululemon. I have these both stocks in my portfolio, and I hold Nike more than 15% of my 15% of my portfolio. Whereas Lulu, I got only like 3% of Lulu, because if you see 6 months chart, Lulu is like almost lost 30% of its portfolio. So if you see 1 year chart, Lululemon is like almost lost 50%. They also have some uh, case against with Costco, because Costco, they sued Costco due to some, Costco is copying their apparels and adding a different brand on their apparels, and they're trying to sell it to their customers. So they sued the Costco. At the same time, this stock is going down because of tariffs. If we have some good news about tariffs, if Supreme Court is going to cancel the Trump tariffs, that means these stocks are going to be skyrocket. So that's why I hold these both stocks, because these are impacted by tariffs, not by the business. So, and the Nike business is growing on quarterly to quarter. And if you observe last quarter to this quarter, Nike went from negative to positive. So I'm very bullish on Nike. If that is going to be stay consistent for next couple of quarters, this stock will reach easily at 100 to $120. So that's the reason I'm holding both stocks because these both are impacted because of tariffs. And the next stock which I have in my list is Kava. So Kava is like one of the stock and food sector. So if you ask me, compare with me McDonald's, Kava, let's compare with McDonald's, and also let's add Chipotle. So let's see if you saw the three stocks. I know McDonald's is like a very valuable stock compared to these three stocks, and I also would like to add Cheesecake Factory. So this is one of the stock. I'm also very bullish. So if you see the McDonald's, if you see the cake, if you see the Chipotle, and if you see the Kava, so if you see year to the date, so Kava and Chipotle literally lost almost 40 to 50% of their value because of the tariffs. McDonald's haven't lost anything because they have well diversified portfolio like, when it's come to the inventory. So they do buy most of the food from in the United States because from Tyson Foods. There are some other key players that they buy from. At the same time, cake is also well diversified and they also buy their inventory in United States. They don't export anything. Majority of the inventory is coming from in United States. They're not buying from outside the countries, not from the overseas. But when it's come to Kava and Chipotle, they buy their avocados, they buy their lot of veggies that they cook from overseas. So that's why these both stocks are affected by tariffs. And I bought Kava instead of Chipotle because Chipotle recently they changed the CEO and I'm not sure about how this guy is going to work. So I want to wait for a couple of quarters and then see how he is going to perform. Based on that, I'm gonna add some Chipotle to my portfolio. But right now, I'm buying Kava because Kava is currently at like $6 billion market, but it should be a $10 billion market, and they're adding 400 stores per year, I believe. And I'm not sure about the number, but it's more than 400, I believe. Uh, so they're expanding rapidly, and they have a very good product, and they they are very focused on protein content, so Mediterranean side. So a lot of people who like Chipotle, when they try Kava, they definitely like Kava, so better than Chipotle. But so I had Kava a couple of times, so I really love the food compared to Chipotle, and and the financials and the fundamentals are very good. So I'm very bullish on Kava because it's already went down 50%, it's lost its value to 50%. Even if it's regained its value, it will only take 6 to 7 months. If it's regain its value, I'm going to make 50 to 60%. If it's going to be profit, if it's going to add another 20% to the negative that is currently, that means it's going to be 70%. So currently it's trading around 53 and it's going to reach at least $120 or maybe $90 within 6 to 7 months time period. So that's what I was expecting. So these two stocks, McDonald's and Cake, are very great stocks. And if you want to get average like 12 to 15% returns, so I would definitely buy Cake or McDonald's. But right now, I'm not gonna buy Cake or McDonald's because I want to take huge risk where I can get good reward for that. So in my case, I'm taking the risk on Kava. So then I can expect great reward. I could be wrong, I could be right, but I was taking this risk on Kava. So that way I can double my money on Kava. So whereas if you want, I could also buy McDonald's if I wait for 3 years, I can double my money. But I'm in my 20s, so I can take risks. So that's the reason I'm trying to buy Kava. And there are when it's come to diversification, I have 60 to 70% of the portfolio into well balanced stocks and 30 to 40% of my portfolio into very huge risky stocks. Like I was risking my money into Kava, risking my money into Nike. Nike, I would definitely not say it's risky, but it's kind of kind of risky, but at the same time, it's kind of a very stable stock. And the third stock I'm talking about is Celsius. If you observe Celsius and Monster, 1 year chart, if you observe 1 year chart, Celsius beat Monster. So where Monster is giving like 38% return, which is got 44% return. So the thing is, Coca-Cola invested in Monster, Pepsi invested in Celsius. And since Monster only got energy drink sector, they don't have anything into alcohol side. But whereas Celsius, they have wide diversified portfolio with their energy drink with the drinks. They have into alcohol, they have into soda. They also trying to acquire other businesses to add some fundamentals to their add some balance to the fundamentals. So I'm very bullish on Celsius, and I'm currently holding Celsius around like 7 to 8% to in my portfolio, and I'm expecting the stock to reach $70 by end of 2026. That's my goal. I bought this stock around $20, so currently it's trading around $40. I already doubled my money, so I was expecting to triple my money within by end of 2026. So that's why I'm very bullish on Celsius, and Pepsi already invested heavily into Celsius stock. So they bought somewhere around $80 to $90, but right now it's trading around 40 to 44 to 45, and still Pepsi is adding these stocks into their portfolio. So that means something Pepsi is seeing I'm missing to see, but I can take some risk on Celsius. So this is the one or the stock I'm risking right now. So so that's all I have for today, guys, and hope you have a great night. And if you have any stocks that you want me to review, and please please feel free to add the stocks in the comments. So I'll review them in my next video. Thank you.